Hello, I want to thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Corey Van Sickle. I am a senior marketing consultant with a company called Dex Media. We are a full-service digital marketing company, national company. We focus, though, on small to medium-sized businesses and helping them thrive, helping them find new customers, helping them keep new customers. Prior to this, I did work in the bar and restaurant industry for about 8 years, so I do have a particular passion for bar and restaurants when it comes to a lot of our products, just because I've seen both sides of the fence and can see how we've been able to help. Now, obviously, as an owner, a manager of your particular establishment, kind of your main goal, your main task that you have is getting new customers and then also getting them to come back, keeping your customers coming back. But there's a lot of distractions. I know a lot of times you go into work with the best of intentions to do that, but things come up. You have employees that either show up late or just don't show up at all. You run into equipment problems. You've got competition. There's a lot more competition for bars and restaurants, more than ever before. And then at the end of the day, you end up wearing a lot of hats. Things happen. You end up getting a big lunch rush. You end up getting in the kitchen. You end up running food, bartending, whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of things that pop up throughout the day that can obviously distract you from your main goal of how do I get new customers and get them coming back. So what do you do? Traditionally in the past, a lot of restaurants that I've worked with, a lot of bars that I've worked with, their owners have told me kind of the same thing. One, they just don't do anything about it. They get through the day, they survive to fight another day, and then on to the next day, and it just kind of repeats ad nauseum. The other thing that they'll do is they'll typically pawn that task off to one of their employees, someone that, a younger kid that is on Facebook a lot. Hey, you want to take over our company's Facebook page? Sounds great. And then what happens? You don't really monitor. Not a lot happens with that. So what we've been able to do is put together a program that works great with a lot of different bars and restaurants and can really custom tailor to whatever your particular needs are. Now, the nice thing that we do that a lot of our competitors do not do, with this package, with this program, everything is built around a world-class service layer. And so what that means is we're not just sending you a program, something to download on your computer, and then it just sits there. We're going to install a marketing team, if you will, a virtual marketing team that you're going to have access to that's located right at our main headquarters in Dallas that's going to be working with you around the clock to make sure that everything's running as smoothly as possible, and then also helping you and guiding you along the way on, based upon what your needs are, what we need to do to help your business grow. So the things that come along with the program are a website, social media, so Facebook, obviously very important. Digital presence management, this is where we're going to be able to help you measure and monitor all the reviews that are going online for you. And Dex Link, which is a great customer engagement platform. So I'll go into all of these really, really briefly and give you a high-level overview on this. So obviously with a website, there's not really a whole lot to say about a website. Most of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about with a website. As it's more important to have a website, it's even more important to have an adaptive and responsive website. What's an adaptive and responsive website? You really don't need to know the definition of that per se. It's typically not very popular on most trivia questions. All you need to know at the end of the day is that your website is going to be able to be found and be easily used by your end user, by your clients on a wide variety of different platforms, including desktop, smartphones, tablets, things like that. As far as the build of the website, we've got a team that's going to build it for you, so no worries about that. You just tell them exactly what kind of information, typically upload or give them some pictures of the restaurant, some food items, your menu, and they run with the rest of it. Throughout the course of the program, anytime you need to make any updates or changes, again, that's through your campaign manager. You got a direct line of contact with them, and they'll be following up with you throughout the course of the year as well, just to make sure that everything is working as well as it can. And if we need to make any updates or changes, keep this content fresh, then we will obviously be able to do that for you. With our websites, they are by no means template or cookie cutter. Whatever your business needs are on the website, we are certainly able to provide an effective solution for you on that. Now, along with that, the website's just one component of it. Facebook, social media. A lot of you have probably got a Facebook page right now, may or may not be terribly engaged with that, but as you're well aware, anytime that you've got a social media page, unless you're posting on it regularly, people are never going to see it. It's never going to show up in the news feed, and that's usually one of the main problems that a lot of my business owners that I work with have is, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of things that go on throughout the day. And while you may have the best intentions to put up tonight's special, something happens and you're not able to do that. So what we've been able to do is create and build and maintain a social media page for you. And so with this, your campaign manager, your team is going to be working with you. You'll get 3 custom posts per week, every week, for the time that this program is running here. And this could be something as simple as, hey, let's pimp tonight's game out. If there's days that are particularly a little bit slower, like Tuesday nights have been pretty slow for the business. You've tried trivia, you've tried karaoke, anything that you can to bring people in. Well, what if we started putting up some messages on that day in front of your current clients? Now, all of a sudden, you've got 1,700 people following your page, and you just put up a quick little bulletin saying what's going on tonight. A great, low-cost, effective way to get people into the business. We'll again manage this. You can still post on your Facebook at your heart's content, but just know that 3 times a week we'll be doing that on your behalf, and you'll obviously be able to have some input on what kind of information you want to have in there. So it's not like we're going to be posting blind on your behalf. Along with that is your client engagement system. This is something that's going to be really easy for you to use. A lot of my customers use this on a tablet, as you can see, or a computer. It's all housed in the cloud, so that means that you can access it no matter where you're at. Once you log into the dashboard here, it's going to show you exactly what's been going on with everything in your program, how many new likes you've had, if you've had any reservations booked, if that's a feature that you want to use, if you've had any coupons that have been claimed, who's opened up some of your emails that you've sent out, who's been checking out the text message blast that you've been sending out. Everything is accessible right from this home screen. Your contacts manager, this will be where all of your customers live, essentially. A lot of your main competitors, your national competitors like your Buffalo Wild Wings, Houlihan's, things like that, they are all using these to reach out to your customers right in the palm of their hand, because everyone's got access to their phone throughout the day. So through text messaging, through email blasts, your customers can actually opt in on this. So they will not be receiving any of these if they do not want to. A lot of times you can bribe them by getting them a free appetizer or something like that to get them on the list. But the nice thing is, if you want to send out a quick campaign to get someone, your people that are celebrating birthdays this month, get them in. If you want to send out a quick text blast, man, dinner's kind of slow tonight. Let's send out a quick text blast to 500 of our customers, offering them a special promotion. You'd be surprised, how long does it take for you when you feel your phone buzz in your pocket that you've got a text message? How long does it take for you to pull out your phone and take a look at that particular message? A lot of the national companies are leveraging this technology right now. Up until this point, it's been really expensive and really pretty complex for you to be able to manage that. We make it as easy as possible for you, or if you want to delegate that task off to an employee, you absolutely can. It's the easiest thing in the world to use. If you're ever concerned, or you're like, man, I don't know how to do this, or this is kind of confusing, how do I do this? Bam, right over here, hit this little life preserver. It's going to bring up a bunch of tutorials on how to use the service, and then also, too, it'll have your contact information for either myself or your campaign manager. Give us a call. That is exactly what we're here for. Next step I'd like to do is talk with you a little bit about it further and get a little bit more detailed into your particular business, what features of this we can really utilize to start driving more traffic, to get more customers coming into you, and then also how to keep them. Thank you very much for your time. Feel free to give me a call at your convenience, or send me an email with any questions. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.